welcome back to our reaction to Breaking Bad. Today we are reacting to episode 5. And in the last episode, we saw some of the fallout from the first 3 episodes, some of the psychological consequences,
torture,
the lingering thoughts and feelings of the 2 main characters and their family dynamics, and kind of it's like on the balance which way Walter's gonna go at this point in his life. He's really having to make some decisions about what's going on.
Are the events of those first 3 episodes going to be just that one thing that happened in the past, or are they going to be foundational to who Walter White becomes? Obviously, we know the answer because that's what the show is about, him becoming the Walter White of Breaking Bad fame. But in the show, we're kind of in this transition period between the events of those first few episodes and now what is ultimately, like, now that his family has found out about his cancer and about the situation that he's in, not legally, but in regard to kind of his health condition, there's definitely a lot more tension, and a lot more tension for Walter, because now he really has to decide, like, how he wants to spend the rest of his life. Does he want to spend it getting into further debt?
Yeah.
Right? Or does he want to...
It's almost like, does he want to go out with...
just content?
With an explosion, or does he want to have a long, slow, torturous death?
Right, yeah.
It's like, it's almost like to go out kind of wild and fast is like, he's like, something about that's more appealing than just like suffering and like suffocating for a really long time.
And I think mostly putting the folks that he's most responsible for in debt, and like making them...
It makes him feel guilty. And...
Yeah. There's some sort of like burden for him for that. So
very complicated.
Yeah, and we saw a little bit of his violent side coming out. So
I think you said it at the end of the last episode that like the seed has been planted for the Heart of Darkness to grow.
Yeah, true.
Like,
so true.
He's turned a page in his life, and he's made some choices that are setting him on this path.
Yeah.
That eventually will become inevitable.
Yeah.
But it's hard to watch.
And we got some Jesse backstory as well. A little bit of a background on that character and where his upbringing was and kind of where he comes from. Mm-hmm. He could have been an artist, right? I don't know, there's these elements of, he showed at least some semblance of promise as a younger kid, and even his little brother is trying to almost live up to that, because he said like, oh, you're the only person that they ever talk about anyway, you know what I mean? So a little bit of complicatedness in his backstory, and then major revelation in regard to just the overall kind of crime plot is that the guy that they had captured for so long actually was a plant or a rat for the DEA. Mm-hmm. So we'll see if they pick up on that and continue with that storyline. I'm sure that all of those elements contribute to the wider storyline of what is going to happen to Walter White when he becomes a crime boss. Mm-hmm. I've said it in previous episodes, but that's the thing I'm most excited for in this show, I think, is more of the crimeness of the show, I feel like, because it almost resembles like the Pinkertons coming after Dutch Vanderland and his gang, you know what I mean? It's like, it's one of these things where I'm very much looking forward to Walter White kind of being that kind of clandestine figure where he's a crime boss. All of these different interests and all of these different motivations, like trying to go after him for different reasons, whether it's rival gangs, or it's the police, or different sects of the police. Like, is there going to be, a point at which it's like, okay, we need to bring in like the FBI. It's not just local police. I don't know how far it's going to get, but I'm excited.
If you enjoyed this episode, please be sure to give it a like and subscribe for more future reactions.
Turn on notifications.
All the things. And be sure to check out our Patreon if you want to get early access to our reaction episodes and to vote in polls. Right now, the next 2 episodes of Breaking Bad are up on Patreon right now. So if you can't wait, go check it out over there. Our community is growing on Patreon, and we're really excited. So.
I'm wondering, even like if I did the math right, I'm wondering if it's even more than the next 2 episodes. So
At least 2.
At least 2.
Maybe more.
Yep. So it's up on Patreon. Go visit there, become a member to have early access. All right, without further ado, let us watch this episode of Breaking Bad.
Every time.
Oh yeah, pause for drama.
Here's my resume. I have a solid background in sales. Pretty much a self-starter, so I really feel I could be a major asset to your sales force.
All our agents need to be licensed, have at least 2 years on the job experience, and usually a college degree.
Oh no.
What you'll be doing is more like advertising.
Oh, he tried.
Yep.
Hey, Jesse! Hey, man!
Yo, why would you want to do this lame-ass job anyway? I mean, no offense.
Upstanding citizen.
Who is that?
All that shit.
That's
It's really
Dwight's,
exercise, too.
one of Dwight's cousins from The
You can't
Office.
just stand there.
Oh my
You have
gosh.
to spin the arrow.
Is
There's all
that-
these
that's not
moves you have
Mose.
to learn,
Not
like
Mose,
the
a
helicopter.
different one.
Yeah. That's so weird.
That's so funny.
Nah, man, I've been out of the business for a while. Actually, now, thinking about retiring.
What? No!
Yeah,
That stuff you made is unbelievable.
it was pretty awesome.
Honestly, what good is it to like pay for someone to like stand outside of your, like, is that really like worth any level of investment at all? It's a waste of your fiduciary responsibility. I don't even know what I just said.
Fiduciary.
Fiduciary. Tried to sound smart.
No, he got out. I think he was reconsidering.
Guess we didn't get the beige memo.
We're okay.
Yes, I
Kind of dress is that?
wearing a prom dress from 19.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks really weird.
Just know this is the only thing I could find that fit me.
Gretchen, look who's here.
Oh, it's been ages.
Oh, it's so good to see you. Oh, it's really good.
Is that the girl from the flashback?
Oh.
We have about 10 more weeks.
Is it?
And
I don't know.
actually, we recently found out that it's a girl.
Make yourselves at home. We'll catch up later. Sure.
Is this supposed to be a birthday party?
I think so.
It's a fancy birthday party. This is
Yeah.
the kind of library that I want.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I just want a nice big room full of books. That looks really nice.
This guy's a big scientist. That is a nice library, though.
Yeah. No, I want it.
I like it.
Walt?
They stand out so obviously.
Yeah, they do.
Long time no see. This is Walter White.
White.
This is the White in gray matter.
Back when Elliot and I were in grad school, we came up with the name Gray Matter Technologies.
Thank you, duh.
So you run the company with Elliot.
Oh, no, that's Gretchen and Elliot.
Yeah. I gravitated toward education.
Oh, wow.
Awkward.
So his background is like he could have had it all.
Clapton's guitar.
Sorry about the buckle rash. Eric Clapton.
What is he, like 8 years old?
Yeah, this is so awkward.
I don't like this. This is weird.
From Walt.
No.
Hey,
Top ramen.
Yum good ramen.
This is what Walt and I lived on for 10 months straight while we were working on our thesis. Sold them down at Ralstos in the hardware aisle.
yeah, 10 for $1.99.
To this day, I am convinced these noodles were responsible for our success.
For the man who has everything.
Yeah.
No.
It was.
No, you remember the fat guy, the
Yes.
fat guy. We used to call him Snot Trough.
What do you get for the man who has everything?
You and I should work together again. What's stopping us?
Are you asking me to come work for you at Gray Matter?
Yeah, why not? You'd fit right in. You're brilliant. You got a ton of experience.
God, I mean, you have no idea. I spend my days just drawing out
Do you think
atoms on the chalkboard.
he's only
trying to get
offering
these
because
kids to
Skylar
learn the
talked to
periodic
him?
table.
There was that one shot.
I
Yeah.
understand.
Yeah.
You're a little rusty, but you're not seeing the upside here. You may be exactly what we need.
I have some personal issues.
A lot.
Yeah, a
Personal
lot.
issues.
A lot of personal issues.
We have excellent health insurance.
Yeah, see, there's the tell right there. There's the tell
Best.
that he's only doing it because of because she said something.
Dude, don't turn it down. Like, who cares? Take the opportunity.
His pride is gonna.
It's always like this, but it's stupid. Like, if someone's giving you an opportunity, take it. If they're being friends.
No,
like...
it's his pride. It's like, this guy didn't think I was worth it. I'm only a charity case. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but still, it doesn't matter.
Did you
I agree.
Try those prosciutto wrapped figs? They were like, wow. They were.
But
I must have had
that's
about
the
30
impulse
seconds.
of, you know,
Yeah.
that's
And
just the impulse.
seafood table, did you see that?
What the hell did you say to Ellie?
Walt, when it came right down to it, I didn't know what else to do but tell him the truth.
The truth. Well, how about you just said he's fine, huh?
What exactly did he say to you?
He offered me a job.
What?
Yes. Face-saving bullshit that allowed me to generously accept his
Exactly.
charity.
See, I
And then
told
when
you.
I turned that down. He flat out offered to pay for my treatment, which is exactly what you expected him to do, didn't you? What do you think I said?
Can't mess with a man's pride.
Walt.
That's actually very stubborn.
That's stupid.
I don't know.
Not worth it, man. Bullet
The
holes,
bullet
man.
holes, yeah.
Are these bullet holes?
Yes.
No, man, those are for like, ventilation.
Cool. Big ass beaker, huh?
Hey, wait, no, that's a boiling flask. This is a beaker. Here's a Griffin beaker. Here's a volumetric beaker.
Remembered stuff.
Left an impact.
There's an Erlenmeyer flask.
That's so
You
funny.
got-
Wow. Really know your shit.
It's just
You
basic
learned.
chemistry, yo.
Yeah.
So,
Changed forever.
you got something for me? Okay, we're in business.
They're
Wait,
like,
how are they doing it out of cold medicine though?
No, they're using that to hide the stuff, right?
No, look, they're taking the cold medicine out.
Okay, then I don't know.
We don't know anything about this, so if y'all want to explain what the cold medicine was all about, go for it. Well, this guy's annoying.
We forgot our IDs and we were wondering if you could do us a favor and buy us a six-pack.
You know, what you're asking is illegal.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
No, no.
And they just run away. Of course they
You
do.
win the jackpot. You're lucky you got a good dad here.
Oh.
I could have talked my way out of it.
Not cool, man. Not cool.
Well, he has feelings.
See, but yeah, I don't know. I'll stop talking about it.
I don't even know what to say to you. Just go.
First the pot, then this.
The pot?
You told me
Right.
you smoke weed.
That's what Skyler told me. I mean, you may as well have. I wasn't talking about Walter Jr., talking about Walt. He admitted it. He said he liked it.
Shit.
I think he had it in him.
What we really need to do is sit him down, all of us, and get everything out on the table. Talk it all through.
You are a genius, bro. This Kangenstein is unreal.
It's not right.
What do you mean it's not right?
He didn't get it exactly how it was.
It's cloudy. It's not supposed to be cloudy, okay? That last time it was glass.
Wait. Yo, what are you doing?
Oh, now he's gonna be obsessed.
Ah! Are you out of your mind?
It's not for you, it's for our customers.
He's
They're
not
gonna demand
satisfied.
What?
We'll just do it again.
Walt infected him.
How we
Yeah.
get it right.
No, he did.
Oh my gosh.
What? Yeah, I'm not gonna ask anything more about drugs. Because I'm so ignorant. I was gonna what happens if you eat it? Is it just you die? What happens if you just stick one of those crystals in your mouth and it's just
Well,
Walt,
it can be intravenously
please have a
in
seat
the
and
blood.
join us.
Or smoked. I'm not sure about eating though.
okay.
I don't know what that does.
We can do better.
Hey. 3 entire pounds of pseudo wasted. Do you know how long I had to spin that stupid sign? Get off me, psycho! Helicopter, bitch!
Asshole.
Is he just gonna leave him out here? Oh gosh! No!
Come back here, you bitch! I'm gonna mess you up!
Oh my gosh!
I really need to understand your thought process.
Trust
because
joy.
clearly I don't.
Find joy in the little things.
I feel
says the pillow.
that Meg is not only not in your best interest, it's not in the best interest of our entire family. I have a talking pillow.
Okay.
Everybody gets to speak their minds, remember, and then you'll get your chance. Hank, would you like to start?
Yeah. Okay.
I'll give him the pillow though, right?
What I'm saying is that
Take the talking pillow.
This is weird.
all right, look, buddy. I care about you. Hell of a lot, man. This cancer thing.
It's really funny that like
Let's face it. You know, you're
after all
dealt
those
with
comments,
shit,
the
man.
episodes that we watched
But,
after that are like he's more like a teddy bear than he was in those first 3 episodes. So
I
funny.
can't tell you how many times I was, I started with a shit hand, and I ended up with a full house.
Hank. What the hell are you saying? No, please. Marie, let him talk. That's what we're here to do. Please.
It's the bottom of the 9th. Bases are loaded. You're up. But you got the bum up. All right? There's no freaking way you're going to hit a homer, okay?
The metaphors.
So you can either let the pinch hitter take the bat, or you can hold on to your pride.
His wife
and
is like,
lose the game.
what the heck?
You know what I'm saying?
No.
If his daddy Warbucks wants to chip in, man, I'm with your old lady on this one. I say take the money and run, man.
Walter Jr., I'm sure that you have about a million things to say, probably, and now is your chance.
No, he's too bitter. He's not going to say anything, I feel like.
This is bullshit.
Hey, come on.
And
Yeah.
it's all right. Tell your dad how you feel.
I'm pissed off. You're a pussy.
Oh no.
You're like ready to give up. What if you gave up on me, huh?
Wow, that's so sad.
Oh.
This is too real, guys.
This year,
It's too
all
real.
the stuff I've been through, and you're scared of a little chemotherapy?
That is so real.
Oof. Oh. So sad.
I think you should do whatever you want to do.
Why in the hell? Hey, he's not going to have a future if he doesn't get treatment.
I am a medical professional.
I see them every day, and you know what? Some of them are absolutely miserable. Marie.
And some of
It is a
them
point.
don't want to spend their last
You know?
weeks or months being picked at by doctors. But they got talked into it by their families.
Hey, can I get the pillow back? Because I agree with Marie on this one.
you.
Hank?
What? Maybe Walt wants to die like a man, all right?
I don't want
Oh!
That's the whole point of this. So either help or leave.
My honest opinion.
You know, Marie, this is not debate.
Hey, you brought all of them in.
This is my husband's life
You know,
we're
I
talking
make
about
one
here. This is my
simple
husband's life we're
observation.
talking.
Oh my.
This is so stupid.
Teacher.
He grabs the pillow.
He does.
All right, I've got the talking pillow.
I killed 2 men. I melted one's body down. I strangled the other with a
Stop.
with a bike lock.
My entire life, it just seems I never, had a real say about any of it. All I have left is how I choose to approach this.
You're not the only one it affects.
Don't you want to see your daughter grow up? I just...
Of course I do. These doctors are talking about surviving. 1 year, 2 years, like it's the only thing that matters.
But what good is it
to just survive if I am too sick to work, to enjoy a meal? For what time I have left, I want to live in my own house. I want to sleep in my own bed. I don't want to choke down 30 or 40 pills every single day and lose my hair and lie around too tired to get up and so nauseated that I can't even move my head. Some dead man, some artificially alive, just marking time? No.
It's interesting.
And that's how you would remember me. That's the worst part. So, that is my thought process, Skyler.
Wow.
Dang.
That's crazy.
I choose not to do it.
Wow. Obviously he does, though, because he goes bald. Sorry. Just adding a little
he
levity.
Might just naturally go bald from the stress.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It was a good point. It's a really hard decision.
Very weighty. Yeah. Very weighty.
All right.
Oh.
I'll do the treatment.
I wonder what happened internally that made him decide that, as opposed to what he had said like 2 minutes ago. Maybe partly it's because sometimes it's easier to have like the hope slowly die for your family than have it at once be like, okay, I'm certainly dead.
Then at least feel like you're like trying something.
Yeah.
The insurance company, Elliot will send a check.
I will take care of it. Okay.
So horrible.
This is his first chemo?
Radiation.
Yeah.
It's so horrible.
I don't understand how radiation helps. Isn't exposure to radiation a bad thing?
Yes.
Yeah. I don't know how anything works, guys.
You don't know how anything works.
Well, like the drugs, the cancer, like, you know, like, or the radiation, chemotherapy.
Well, chemotherapy is like toxic chemicals that is trying to kill the mutated cells. And then radiation combines with that somehow to, again, like kill the extra cells. But
So
yeah,
he-
it's dangerous for
Yeah.
the rest of your body, obviously. It's like not good no matter what.
He's not gonna do the Elliot job.
Yeah.
This is how we get into the meth stuff again.
Why is he, why? Just take the money, man. It's so much easier than doing this.
Yeah, you don't need your pride, honestly.
It's stupid.
Elliot.
Walt, it's Gretchen.
Hey, Gretchen, how are you?
Elliot
told me about the cancer.
It is what it is, I guess.
Elliot told me he'd offered to pay for the treatment. You have to accept. Walt.
Is this about you and me?
Yeah, see, that is the girl.
Mm-hmm.
Called it.
Gretchen, I really appreciate the offer. I do. But we're fine. As it turns out, the insurance came through after all. So
How is he going to tell his wife this, though?
He's not. He's gonna make her think that he's accepting it.
How is he going to keep that lie, though?
Thank you for calling.
Probably hates Elliot because Elliot stole his girl and his company, right?
Mm-hmm.
So in order to take money like that, it's just like a further slap in the face,
Yeah.
you know?
Of the man who has everything.
Yeah.
No.
We have a show to watch, Kaylin. Come
I know.
on.
But it's just so annoying when you have to watch people make stupid decisions.
It's not stupid because it's entertaining for us.
Stupid for him.
Want to cook?
Really?
That's hilarious. And that's how it's going to end. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
All right. We did it. I think it's a very interesting dilemma. What the bulk of the episode was, which was, are you going to like have possibly horrific, like lengthy period of time leading up to just dying?
Mm-hmm.
Or are you just going to kind of let it run its course, you know?
The performances are all so good in this show.
Yeah, they're very realistic.
Yeah, the acting is just so believable. Like you feel like this is a real family. This is a realistic type of family scenario that like a family would find themselves in. You could see, like you could relate
It
like the
related
dynamics
so
and,
much, yeah, to like awkward conversations between family members regarding like very serious matters. You know what I mean? It's like,
yeah, the whole pillow, the talking pillow, and like
yeah, it's so funny.
Again, I feel like there's just so much visual storytelling. You have to pay attention to everything because it's not just like random. When he woke up and like the stack of books and like all the book titles and like smelling her lotion or whatever, face cream, and
like good set design, you know,
Yeah.
or like good writing to like prompt the set design to be like, this is what this kind of lived in environment is like, what would spark these kinds of feelings and like these kinds of moments. I feel like the intervention that they were having, part of me thinks life is valuable. Hold on to it for as long as you can, even if you're suffering. Even if you're suffering, life is worth living, and you don't know what kind, you don't want to miss out on the experiences that you could have in the midst of suffering. The bitterness would almost make the simple things sweet. That's my assumption, at least if you have a good attitude about it. The other half of me thinks like, this is not natural at all. What?
You're making me cry.
Sorry. Well, the other part of me is like, this is not natural at all. It is not a, the miracles of modern medical technology allow for the prolonging of life in this way, but they're not inherent to being, you know what I mean? Like to being a human. For most of human history, folks got sick and they died. And we collectively as a body of people like understood that was just the case. And maybe death was a little bit easier to grapple with in that way. At least that we expected that this was something that had to happen. But because of modern technology, we fight against that a lot more, you know? And in a way act as though like all we have, like we're grasping at these fleeting moments. And it almost is like, they're both materialist in a way, you know, like if you say, oh, I'm nothing but worm food, right? It will prompt you to almost to both of those ways of thinking of life isn't worth living if I'm suffering. Like, I don't agree with that. Life is worth living, especially in suffering, I think, because suffering breeds character and an understanding. Yeah. Oh yeah, that was great. I mean, like suffering with the right disposition towards the suffering can breed heroism, can breed character, can breed someone's becoming saintly. But on the other hand, if you just say that I am like grasping at life, like I just like one day more, like all I need, that's materialist in the sense that like this life is all that there is. And I just need to hold on to it for as long as possible. And so it's one of these things where like I understand both positions because I don't agree with either of those things. I don't believe that this life is all there is. So in that way, I'm like, oh yeah, like it's fine to like let yourself pass on. But in another way,
it doesn't just affect you.
And suffering breeds character. Just because you're suffering, it doesn't mean that life isn't worth living. And it doesn't mean that it's not worth fighting for. At least to be with your family and take care of them and enrich their lives. And I think suffering, like, again, like under the right circumstances with the right people and the right attitudes towards it, like suffering can breed saintliness in people around you. To have someone who is needing extra help, who's disabled in some way, like in your family, that breeds a certain grace and understanding for someone, you know what I mean? That like your life is enriched because of like the way in which they are embracing life through suffering. You see what I'm saying? So I don't know. I just think that like you can be a blessing to people in suffering. You can be blessed in suffering and your character can be bred in suffering. At the same time, I also don't agree that like you need to be grasping at life all the time to like be like, I just need to like you said, just be counting days, you know what I mean? As though that is a good in and of itself.
Yeah.
Because for most of human history, it was like death was a part of the experience of life, you know what I mean? And you had to pass through death. And so, and that's something we expect. How did people get through the Middle Ages where a third of the population, half of the population, however, I know it was a lot, died of the bubonic plague? You know what I mean? It's like, you just understood that it was just something that happened. It's like people get sick and die within a week, and you have to just walk. You have to continuously walk through that. I feel like it's a very interesting dynamic, and it's one that we're not forced in the modern West, forced to deal with all the time, because health conditions are, at least when it comes to these like really serious conditions, like they're not something that we encounter all the time in comparison of like viral plagues of, you know, the Middle Ages or something. But anyway.
It's also like we have more things that cause cancer, but we have more treatments for cancer. Like in some ways.
Through the Industrial Revolution, like we have more carcinogenic things that we experience or like that we come in contact with.
Yeah.
And then we also have more yeah, that's ironic. That's true.
It's weird. And then it's like medicalized life that he was talking about. Like, yeah, that's like sad way to live, you know, and like, but it's hard because it's like nothing is guaranteed, right? Just because you try something doesn't mean that it'll work. It could work.
And it could put everyone in so much debt. I think that's
the hardest thing, is that like you don't really know what to choose, because it's like you could do this and get better, or you could do this and have a terrible end. And it's like, just like how many of us have seen people just like excruciatingly just, you know, walk towards death going through this kind of treatment, and they don't make it. And it's like, that's so hard. Like either way it's hard, but
yeah, but just... what an amazing, like if you're able to walk through it gracefully and with a sense of like purpose and with a sense of meaning, like I said, like I think that is a good, you know what I mean? And it's worth pursuing. So I don't know. It is like, I think that is very nuanced, and it does presents that conversation in a very like believable way. So yeah, this is heavy stuff, guys. So did you see comments that said that like there's going to be a radical shift here pretty soon, I think, after the first season?
Oh.
Yeah, so kind of like with The Office, how like the first season is like not that. So there was a major writer's strike when this happened.
Right.
And that majorly shifted the direction of the show. It cut the first season short and then shifted the direction of the show. So folks were saying like, this isn't even really Breaking Bad yet. And I feel like we're going to move past all of this foundation laying, like very human stories, very heavy stuff. The way that people talk about this show, you can tell it's not about it being like heavy all the time. You can tell it's about it being like thrilling and wild and like crazy, you know what I mean? And so like they're like, buckle up, and I'm like, buckle up for this, for like intervention conversations with passing the pillow around, talking about these like ethical, you know, discussions about, do I, you know, take treatment? Like that's probably not what the show is. So but it's worth it. It's still good, you know. It's definitely adding to the whole it's adding to the gravitas of the show, I think.
Walt and Jesse tried to live normal lives. They couldn't do it.
Yeah.
They came crawling back.
Yeah. I'm excited. I really want to see what happens next. Yeah, let's do it. Let's watch. Let's continue. I'm really excited. So
yeah, good stuff. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to give it a like and subscribe if you haven't, to follow along for more of our reactions and playthroughs. And if you can't wait, the next few episodes are up on Patreon right now, so you can go check those out and become part of that community over there. And I think that's it. Leave a comment letting us know what you thought of this episode and what you thought of our thoughts. And until next time.
Until next time.
See ya.
See ya.